So we're on to the Overdrive channel now. So this is the first voice of the Overdrive channel. You'll notice there's a lot more gain, a lot more distortion on this. That's the way I've got it set up, by the way. You can back the gain down to have a more subtle overdrive for softer sounds, but the way that I tend to prefer my sounds, I like to have the sounds that you've already seen in the previous couple of videos. I like to have a crystal clean sound. I like to have that kind of edgy breaking up sound. This one I like to have as a fairly heavy distorted sound, which I'll use for sort of predominantly playing metal, hard rock, rhythm, guitar playing. That's where I normally choose this type of sound. Now, with that being said, this isn't the flat out distortion on the amp. The settings I've got at the minute, there's still loads more gain to go on this particular channel setting, so I'm not even using all the gain that's available. And then I've got another channel mode, another channel voice that I can use that's got even more as well. So there's loads of gain and distortion for people like myself that like the heavy metal distortion on their guitars. So this is not even close to the maximum amount that this amp is capable of, but there's plenty of distortion there, and as I say, I can easily twist that and get a lot more if I need it. Personally, that's around about how I like it. I've still not got it fully dialed into what I like yet, plus I've got my effects set up, but that's around the kind of area where I'd want the sound to be for this channel, for me, for my preferences. Obviously you might think differently. Experiment. First thing you'd always do is play with all the different settings, twist the knobs as far as they go in every direction, and see what suits you, see what you like. But this sound is great, I think, for that type of hard rock, metal sort of riffage, and just good old chugging. And so on and so forth. It's easy to get carried away and have a lot of fun with that particular setting. I mentioned when I did the walk around on the amp that we've got this infinite shaping feature where we can change the tone of the amp. That's not available on the clean channel, that's only available on the Overdrive channel to make it sound either more like a classic British amp or more like an American amp. I'll give that a try, see if you can pick it up on the camera, but if not, I'll do some actual recordings directly out of the amp at a later point to demonstrate the differences. So if I want to go, here is the ISF feature. It's in the middle at the minute, so it's bang on in between. If I want to go for the British sound, I twist that fully clockwise. That's as far as it goes to get that classic sort of British Marshall sort of tone on the amplifier. What I find when I'm listening to that, hopefully you'll pick it up, is it's a little bit more rounded, a little bit, I don't know if thick is the word, but it's not quite as pronounced. It's a little bit more fluffy and rounded, I would say, than the American sound, which seems to me to be a lot tighter, sharper and more accurate. To my ears anyway, but so that's all the way towards the British side. Turn it completely the opposite direction, the ISF feature, to the American side. Sounds a little bit different to me on that riff, but when you're playing more of the heavy, sort of probably newer, more modern metal riffs, tightens it up quite a lot. A little bit from Master of Puppets. Quickly talk about the reverb. I wouldn't normally use the reverb on this channel setting because I use this setting, this channel, for those heavy distorted rhythm riffs, and I found that by putting reverb on those, it tends to make them sound a lot less tight, particularly when you've got a lot of stop start type playing, which you find the syncopated heavy metal, particularly prog metal, some other things that I'm into, it muddies it up a little bit. So I'll put some reverb on again at the 50% ish level. I'll play a quick riff and then we'll see what it sounds like without the reverb. To me, I think it sounds a lot cleaner without when I'm playing these picking rhythm guitar parts. I'll give Metallica a break, try a little bit of Megadeth. To me it sounds a little bit untidy, that. With the reverb it makes the notes drag on a little bit and it doesn't give you the separation. So we'll take that reverb off again, play the same riff. So to me that's my preference. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Find whatever works for you, and when you find the sound that works for you, whether it's reverb, no reverb, more gain, less gain, always make sure you enjoy.